All right, Cossack Crazies, how we doing? Game number 2 at the opening day indoor tournament here on the campus of Dordt University. Sioux Valley Cossacks against the Beresford Watchdogs in game number 2. Winner of this will get a third game. Loser of this, probably not a third game, but we'll see how it goes. There's some tiebreakers and point differentials and, well, just things that you got to be an insider to know, apparently. We are brought to you by Bankstar Financial, the exclusive presenter of everything that we do here on Saul's Media. With locations in Volga, Brookings, and Elkton, Bankstar provides big-time business with a small-town feel. Looking to finance a home? Need a car loan? How's your retirement plan looking? Stop in today to chat with the local professionals. Bank on the bright side. Bankstar Financial, a proud sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics and these Saul's Media broadcasts. It was a tough one. 9-8 was the loss in the first game. That was about 90 minutes late. We're running about 220 minutes late now. This game was supposed to be played at about 3 o'clock. We're not going to make that time, as it's now coming up on 5:30. So, some highlights then. Cassidy Smith, 2 for 4 on her day. Morgan Lemmy, she was 3 of 4. McKinley Schwab, 2 of 3 on her day. Savannah Guthmiller, 2 for 4. Amelia Jacobson, 2 for 4. She had a triple and a single. Big hit to the gap earlier today. Ella Jacobson, 2 of 4. And our pitchers, Abby Axtell, she took the loss today, but she had 6 strikeouts, scattered 7 hits, walked 6. That's what chased her out. And then McKinley Schwab came in, got 6 Ks herself in about 3 innings. Had a couple of walks, gave up a couple of hits, struck out 4 straight batters, which was kind of cool. So we go to game number 2 then. Here is how our Cossacks are going to look. Cossacks will be starting Cassidy Smith. She's going to play first base to start. Morgan Lemmy, she'll be at shortstop. McKinley Schwab, she's our pitcher for game number 2. Savannah Guthmiller, she's the designated player. Amelia Johnson will be catching. Zoe Hemestead, she'll be playing left field. Abby Axtell, she'll be playing third, the hot corner. Ella Jacobson, she'll be in center. And Aubrey Morano will play right field tonight. Cam Eaker is our flex position. She's also slated for second base, so we'll see how that goes. I'm still learning all the rules about high school softball. Like, I played beer league softball when I was doing things, so we're a long ways removed from that. But it should be a good one. We're about to fire up here. The umpires are ready. The players are ready. Cassidy Smith is going to lead us off. The Sioux Valley Cossacks will be the away team for game number 2 here. So Cassidy Smith, the left-hander, she will be facing off against Brinley Moaning. That is the pitcher for the Watchdogs. Cassidy Smith, first pitch. Shows bunt. Pulls that back, and we've got a 1-0 count here early in the first inning. I know my scoreboard's a little off, but I really don't want to change things up. We'll just have to deal with it. Cassidy Smith will look at ball 2. The left-hander waits for a pitch, shows bunt, pulls that back once again, and that pitch is going to be low and outside. A 3-0 count to our leadoff hitter for game number 2. Cassidy Smith, just looking to get on base here. Doing her job as a leadoff hitter. Just get on. Moaning delivers, and that is too high. It's a 4-pitch walk to start game number 2. Cassidy Smith on first. And that'll bring up Morgan Lemmy playing shortstop for game number 2. Getting our on-deck hitter where she's supposed to be. Morgan Lemmy, 3 for 4 in the first game. She had 3 singles, scored 2 runs. Showing bunt, gets it safely in front of home plate, and that will move the runner around. Trying to get greedy, though. She'll be thrown out at third base. Cassidy Smith trying to get 2 bags out of that. Is thrown out. So that is a 2-3 put out for 1. And that is a 3-5 put out for the second out. So 2 outs now for our Cossacks here in the top of the first. McKinley Schwab, our pitcher tonight for game number 2. She will take high, ball 1. Schwab will look at strike 1, right over the inside corner. Schwab had a nice pitching performance in the game number 1. Struck out 4 batters in a row at one point. Also ended her day 2 for 3 with a single and a run. A couple of singles and a run. Brindley Moaning gets her sign. Throw that in there. There's a single right up the middle for Schwab. So another base runner. That'll bring Savannah Guthmiller to the plate. This is the designated player for game number 2. Schwab on first base. We got 2 outs here in the top of the first. Moaning off the end of the bat, kind of a weird roller at the same time. That'll be a force out at second base. So that will take care of the first inning. That was a fielder's choice for Guthmiller. That ends the first. And Schwab is a 1-4 put out. So that'll send the Cossacks to the field. Kelly Merrigan will be the first batter for the Beresford Watchdogs. She is their shortstop. This is going to drive me nuts, so I'm switching them up. There, now it looks right as far as the things we can do, right? There we go. Now it looks more like it should. So warming up for the Cossacks, that is number 6. That is McKinley Schwab, who finished off game number 1. Had 4 strikeouts in a row at one point. Finished with 6 strikeouts on her relief appearance. For game number 2, she'll get the start. Watchdogs are going to send up there Kelly Merrigan. First hitter for the Watchdogs. Schwab, good pitch to start. It's a foul tip. That'll be strike 1. That is off the ceiling and not caught. Cam Eaker can't bring that in. So it'll just be a foul ball off of the ceiling. That makes it an 0-2 count. Once again, the ceiling rules around here. If it hits the ceiling in kind of fair play and someone catches it, that's an out. But if no one catches it, it's just going to be considered a foul ball. That is right off the end of the bat. Schwab picks that up, throws it over to, I believe that is Cassidy Smith playing first base, yes. And that'll be 1 out for the Watchdogs. Ivy Kaiser up to bat for the Watchdogs. Good pitch by Schwab. She gets strike 1 on the inside corner. Schwab fires. Gets a foul tip out of that. I ducked out of the way there. I didn't know if I had to. There is a net in front of me, but it's just automatic, right? The instincts kick in. Get out of the way. It's a little bit outside. 1-2 now. Maybe Kaiser. Kaiser is the catcher for the Watchdogs. Batting second in their lineup. Schwab delivers. That'll be a foul straight back. It'll stay 1-2. Had to get out of the way of that one as well, as it hit the ceiling and dropped right next to me. Ground ball, just foul. Keeping the count at 1-2 now. Maybe Kaiser in a battle. Schwab trying to get her. There's a hot shot, third base. Abby Axtell fires it over to first. Nice job. Got it in the glove. It came out of there. She stayed with it and got the ground out. So a 5-3 put out for Ivy Kaiser. Great play by Abby Axtell at third base. 2 outs now. Bottom of the first. That'll bring up Kennedy Merrigan, the right fielder. Swing and miss on the first one. There we go. Making sure my scoreboard isn't trying to screw me up. It'll be inside for Schwab. 1-1 now the count. Bottom of the first. Still no score here. This is the American State Bank Sports Complex on the campus of Dordt University. We're down here in Sioux Center, Iowa today. We've heard some thunder. We've had some heavy rain come through. You can hear that on the bubble up here. 1-2 pitch goes through the wickets. 2-2. So hopefully there's some rain coming down back home. Brookings, Volga. I live in Brookings. You all live in Volga, Sinai, or Bruce. We need rain. So dry outside. Went through a whole winter where we got, just a few inches of snow combined. So it is dry. Some of my watering holes, this is a bird migration time of year. Me being the bird nerd that I am, I get my camera out and go looking for something that, is out of the ordinary. So I'm not looking to take pictures of robins. Need something migrates through. There's a ground ball to shortstop. That'll be a throw over to first, and that'll be 3 outs. Morgan Lemmy with a nice play at short. 6-3, the put out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Watchdogs as we move to the top of the second. As we move to the top of the second, a couple of sponsors we want to thank. Nick's Hamburgers, a legendary hamburger spot in downtown Brookings. Get them by the bag. Fantastic hamburger spot, legendary. One of the staples and traditions of downtown Brookings. Thank you to Nick's for being a sponsor of the Sioux Valley Athletic softball games and the Sauls Media broadcasts. Another sponsor we want to thank, the Man Cave Barbershop, the unofficial SDSU football team haircutters. Alicia and friends can take care of you. They are on South Madary across from Brookings High School. Great barbershop. I'll be in there in about a week to get my hairs cut as well. So we'll be thanking sponsors as we go through here, but we move to the top of the second. That brings us Amelia Jacobson, the catcher for the Sioux Valley Cossacks. Forcing Moaning. And that'll be low to start, so a 1-0 count early for Amelia. Brindley Moaning on the hill for the Watchdogs. That is right down the pipe. 1-1. Moaning gets her sign. Here's the windup. Right down the middle. Great shot there. Jacobson with a nice swat to the right side in between the first and second basemen. So a single for Amelia Jacobson to start the second inning. We'll bring up Zoe Hemestead. our left fielder today. Showing bunt, gets it down. Be picked up by the pitcher, thrown over first. It gets past the first baseman. Now we got runners going everywhere. That rolls into right field, and it was the right fielder had to go get that. So that'll move Jacobson over to third. Zoe moves over to second on the E1, we'll say. That was not the best throw. Not that I'm a scorekeeper by any means, but second and third, nobody out. Abby Axtell in the batter's box. She's playing third base for us tonight. Axe will look at a high one, so 1-0 count now. Couple of runners in scoring position. Abby Axtell, not her best first game earlier today, at the plate anyway. Swing and miss on that, kind of a changeup. 1-1 to Abby Axtell. Boning delivers. That is high. 2-1. A little bit late on that swing. 2-2. Nobody down. Top of the second. Still scoreless here. Game number 2 of the day. Cossacks can win. They'll force the third game today and be in some sort of, placement game. That is strike 3. Woof. Right on the outside corner. So out number 1 for the Cossacks. Still 2 runners at scoring position. This will bring up Ella Jacobson, our center fielder. Be fouled off. 0-1. Ella was 2 for 4 in game number 1. She did have a couple of singles and scored a run. Trying to continue that. That is outside. 1-1 is our count. Brindley Moaning, the pitcher for the Watchdogs. Lined up, big curve too. Swing and a miss by Ella. That is a 1-2 count. 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position. Good time for a slapper. That is low and inside. 2-2 now our count. Moaning winds up. High and outside. Full count. Full count with 1 out and 2 on. Sioux Valley was able to capitalize early in game number 1. And it will be a swing and a miss. Ella is tagged out. Once the catcher got a hold of it, so that's 2 outs now. Sioux Valley trying not to strand those 2 scorers, or runners in scoring position. Going to bring Aubrey Morano to the plate. 2 down now, top of the second. Moaning has her pitch. Sends it right in there. 0-1. Low and inside, so a 1-1 pitch coming. Aubrey in her first game today. She was 1 of 2. Sack fly. Run and an RBI. It's too high there. 2-1 coming. Good pitch there. 2-2. We're playing right field in game number 2. And swings through that. 3 straight strikeouts by Moaning. And that'll end the threat in the 2nd inning. So we move to the bottom of the 2nd. Beresford coming to bat. I want to thank some other sponsors here. Bell Brands. They were sponsors of our opening tip during the whole basketball season. Also part of our football broadcast as well. Volleyball at the same time. Yeah. Bell Brands, my employer. But more than happy to help out. So we thank Bell Brands. They are the makers of the mini baby bells. Those are the snack cheese of champions. Peel one today. Thank you, Bell Brands, for being a sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics and the Sauls Media broadcast. So for the Watchdogs, they were 1-2-3 put down in the 1st inning. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Harley Koth. She is their 2nd baseman. Got a couple of warm-up pitches from Schwab. Just the one, and here we go. Not sure if it's Koth or Koth. I don't remember from the basketball/volleyball days. Too many names going through my head. But we'll head to the bottom of the 2nd. Schwab bringing it. Bringing some heat that time. A little shoulder shimmy as well. 1-0. Bringing some heat. Just a little high on both those. 2-0 to Koth, 2nd baseman for the Watchdogs. The pitch catches a corner. 2-1 now. Still scoreless here in the 2nd. Bottom of 2 for the Watchdogs. Schwab bringing some heat. That finds the corner as well. 2-2 now. Way to battle. Oh, and gets the swinging strike. Nice job right there. Wow. It's a good job of pitching right there by Schwab. 1 out now as we move to the 5th hitter in the Watchdog lineup, Kate Deegan. She's our center fielder. So Schwab started that last at bat with 2 strikes that were high. Or 2 balls, that were high and outside the zone, then came back with 3 straight strikes. 2 of them on the outside corner, one of them just a little low and outside that Koth chased. There's a strike right there. Deegan swung through that. One and one with 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. A little high there. A 2-1 pitch coming. Schwab doing some smiling out there. She does have a little bit of a shoulder shimmy and shake as well. That's a pop-up to the shortstop. Lemmy's going to run that down, so that is out number 2. I'm going to bring Carrie Mullenix to the plate. She is the designated player for the Watchdogs. She will slap one to the right fielder. Nice pickup right there. Wow, what a catch. That catch by Aubrey Morano out there. Put a hand up, brought it in. So another 1-2-3 inning for Schwab. She's clean through 2 innings. So that'll move us to the top of the third as the Sioux Valley Cossacks come to the plate. We can thank Jimmy John's this time. Jimmy John's, the freaky fast sub shop right on 6th Street in Brookings. A fantastic sponsor, a good friend of mine, the manager, Aaron. Thank you for believing in all this and being a sponsor and helping out, really, being a supporter. Helping out Sioux Valley Athletics, helping out Saul's Media Broadcasts. Jimmy John's, freaky fast subs. So that'll bring the top of the order coming to the plate. This is Cassidy Smith, top of the third. Cassidy Smith, a ground out in her first at-bat. Slaps one to the back wall. So that'll be a 1-0, an 0-1 count. Right off the end of the bat. Seems like it caught a piece of the catcher as well. She seems okay. She's catcher right back at it, catching for the Watchdogs. That is Ivy Kaiser. She shook off whatever that was. She's ready to go. Moaning has her sign. It's an 0-1 pitch. Nobody out here in the top of the third to Cassidy Smith, the lefty. She'll slap one into the Beresford fence. Scared a few of them there as they're all leaning against that netting. The 0-2 pitch coming. Oning's getting her sign. Cassidy Smith now. It's got some work to do here. 0-2 pitch. Oh, caught the outside corner. Strike 3 on that. Cassidy Smith will be out number 1 of the third inning. We'll bring Morgan Lemmy, the shortstop, to the plate. For Moaning, that's her 4th straight strikeout. It's a swinging strike to start the at-bat with Lemmy. Swings through strike 2. 0-2 count now. Morgan Lemmy, the shortstop. Was able to get that line drive on the bottom of the second to end the Watchdogs' threat. I'm trying to get a hit at the next half of the inning. Something started. She swings through strike 3. 5 straight strikeouts now for Brindley Moaning. 2 down here in the top of the third. That'll bring McKinley Schwab to the plate. The opposing pitchers facing each other now. A little bit outside. That's the first balls that she's thrown in this inning. Moaning feeling it. Off the ceiling and caught by the shortstop. So that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Moaning. Again, if it hits the ceiling and kind of in fair territory, it's fair game up there. So if you catch it, it's an out. If it hits the turf, it's a foul ball. So the Watchdogs take advantage of that. That'll move us to the bottom of the third here. You reset everything. The Beresford half of the third inning. So far, our Cossacks have 1, 2 hits is it so far. This morning just went through a streak of 5 straight strikeouts. So, in the bottom of the third, the Watchdogs come to the plate. This will be Tevin Valder. Tevin Valder. Schwab having no problem going through this lineup as well, as she's had 2 innings in a row of 1-2-3, 1-2-3. She also has a strikeout on her day. Schwab with the shoulder shimmy shake. Will bring heat. That's a bunt. Schwab will field that, fire to first, and it'll be safe. She's going to run that out. Tevin Vollner beats the throw. So a bunt single. And the Watchdogs have their first player on the bases. That'll bring up Lily Seifert, the first baseman for the Watchdogs. And that's a straight steal. So Vollner ahead to second. I believe that pitch was low as well, so we've got a 1-0 count for Seifert. Schwab's ready. Wind up. A little bit high. We got a 2-0 count, do we? Referee didn't tell me. Umpire, not referee. That is a pop-up. Catcher's going to get that, and no one there to cover second, so we can get a double play. But a nice job by Amelia Jacobson to be aware of that pop-up right there. So that'll be a F2 for the first out of the bottom of the third. That'll bring Brindley Moaning, the pitcher, to the plate. 1 out now. There's a solid shot right to center field. It'll drop right in front of our center fielder. That is Ella Jacobson out there. She'll throw it back in, and the Watchdogs get the first run on the board. Faldner comes around to score. Good single right up the middle by Moaning. So not only is she throwing it well on the mound, she gets a single to score a run. Schwab fires it. It's a solid slapper on the right side. We'll bring up a runners on the corners type of situation. First and third now. So that hit by that was by Kelly Merrigan. So that moves Moaning over to third. Merrigan with a single. This is Ivy Kaiser. Strike one. Ivy Kaiser with a ground out in the first. Hope and do the same. Maybe we can flip it. That is straight up into the ceiling, and that'll drop behind the umpire. 0-2 count's coming. So Schwab ahead of Kaiser. 0-2. One down here, and we'll get the strikeout. First base was occupied, so yeah, she can't run down there. She can try. So it's officially a strikeout, out number 2. But that does advance Merrigan to second. So now the Watchdogs sticking second and third with 2 outs. This will be Kennedy Merrigan at the plate. Merrigan is their right fielder. Schwab now settling back in here after giving up back-to-back hits. Good pitch right there. Wow. Throwing that pill. Schwab takes a little bit off of that, gets a foul tip. 0-2 now, 2 down. Schwab trying to get out of this. Only giving up the 1 run. Right up the middle. Schwab tags that and will throw it over to first, and that ends the rally. Schwab with the 1-3 put out. That'll end the third inning. And reset, and we get out of that by only giving up 1 run. So nice job on Schwab for coming back around. We move to the top of the fourth. Morning, still pitching for the Watchdogs. Savannah's got 2 hits on the day. We have to get something going down here as it's a 1-0 lead here as we start the 4th inning. The cleanup hitter, Savannah Guthmiller, will be the first one up here in the 4th. Savannah, the designated player for tonight's game. Guthmiller with a fielder's choice in the first. It goes right into the media area. Foul ball be strike 1 for Guthmiller. Moaning having a good game so far on the mound for the Watchdogs. Moaning's got her pitch, wind up. Takes a little bit off of that. It's outside. 1-1. Guthmiller looking to drive something here. It goes right into the ceiling. And the shortstop is going to find another how do you do right there. Shortstop is Kelly Merrigan for the Watchdogs. That's the second time she's done that. So it's an F6. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 lead for the Watchdogs. That brings Amelia Jacobson, our catcher, to the plate. Amelia will watch strike 1. Amelia with a single in the 2nd inning. She got all the way to 3rd and then got stranded. 3 straight strikeouts to end the 2nd inning. One will fire it. There's strike 2. Only in the corner so far. Really pitching it well. Too high on that delivery. 1-2 now. 1 down here in the top of the 4th. Amelia Jacobson, the catcher. And looks at strike 3. 2 down now. One nothing lead for Beresford. Zoe Hemestead, the left fielder, will come to the plate. For Moni, that's her 6th strikeout. She'll start Hemestead 0-1. Moaning kind of smiling at that as it bounced to the plate. 1-1 count now. One of the things you can see here when you're up close and personal right behind the net behind the plate is some reactions. Facial expressions. That is a bunt that goes over the umpire's head and the catcher. It'll drop to the turf. That'll be strike 2. It's a 1-2 count now. Zoe Hemestead, the left fielder. Just pop that up. Luckily, it came to the turf. 1-2 now. Top of the 4th. It's 1-0 Beresford. Slap to the right side. Good base hit. Hemestead will be safe at first, and we have a runner. Good single by Hemestead right there. Hemestead, sorry. That will bring Abby Axtell to the plate. Strikeout in her first at bat. We're going to make some contact here. Axe will pop that straight up. It's going to hit the turf in fair territory, so I'm making a foul ball. Only getting her signal. 0-1, 2 outs here in the fourth. High and outside. Throw it on to first. Safe. As Hemisted's able to get back to the bag. So Axtell with a 1-1 count here. Moaning looking to get out of this inning. Unscathed. Throw past Axtell. Strike 2. Two outs here in the top of the fourth. 1-2 count for Abby Axtell, our third baseman. Moaning now delivers. He'll be outside. 2-2. Hempstead on first base. Looking to get running. There is a drive to the right fielder. She'll put her glove up and grab that. So a fly out to right. Out number 3, and that's going to do it for the top of the fourth. As we head to the Beresford side of the fourth inning. So he only adds a hit. That's their third of the game. And it's Brindley Moaning with her 6 strikeouts so far in the first 4 innings. As we head to the Beresford side of the fourth. Another sponsor I want to thank. They were fantastic through volleyball, through basketball. CC's Bar and Grill. Fantastic spot in downtown Volga. Amazing Chislik, burgers, chicken, and more. They do have the banquet room at the same time. So if you've got a party that you're planning, a family something, weddings, graduations, whatever you got, man, CC's Bar and Grill, man. Thank you to the Craddock family for believing in this, being a sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics and these Saul's Media Broadcast. CC's, man, a fantastic spot downtown Volga. Bottom of the fourth. This will send the cleanup hitter, Harley Koff, to the plate, and that'll be strike 1 from Schwab. Schwab has not had a lot of problems so far. Still hasn't seen more than 3 batters in any inning. That is going to be a foul ball. Caught by one of the Beresford faithful right on the backside of the fence here. 0-2 now. Schwab on the delivery. In fact, that almost slipped out of her hand a little bit. That's going to be ball 1. 1-2 now. Bottom of the fourth. 1-0. Beresford. Schwab brings the heat. It was foul tipped, but caught. So that'll be out number 1. We'll call that a strikeout. 1 down now. Schwab really settling in here. Good pitch there. Strike 1. Schwab with 3 Ks so far today. Still hasn't seen more than, I guess in the third inning she saw 6. It's not seeing that right. Schwab likes it. Delivery. That is a fly ball to center field. Moving underneath that is going to be Ella Jacobson, and she hauls that in. So F8 for the second out. 2 down now, bottom of the fourth. Kari Mullenix. Kari or Carrie? Let's call it Carrie Mullenix. Fly out to right in her first at bat. Schwab delivers. There is a liner just outside the foul line, so strike number 1 for Mullenix. Schwab delivers. Will find the corner. 0-2. Great pitch there. Wow. McKinley Schwab delivers. And that'll be a foul behind the Sioux Valley bench. Hits the wall and goes straight to the turf. Nobody hurt. That's good. Still 0-2 on the count. 2 down now. Schwab trying to get back to the dugout. Too high there. Took a little off at 1-2 now. Lennox will slap it to right. Good single there. And the Watchdogs have a runner. So Mullenix on first. This will bring Tevin Valder to the plate. She is the left fielder for the Watchdogs. She had a single and the run for the Watchdogs. Pinch runner for Mullenix. I'd have to look at the roster to find out who that is. We do have a little time here. Do we suppose we can find number 2? Number 2 is the runner that came in. So let's do that there. Ashlyn Olson, sophomore. She'll be the pinch runner. So Ashlyn Olson pinch running for Mullenix. This will bring Tevin Valder to the plate. 2 outs for the Watchdogs. The Mullenix single to right. Puts Ashlyn Olson as a pinch runner. Showing bunt, pulls it back. Trying to steal second, and she'll be thrown out. Yeah, right there it is. Great throw by the catcher. That is Amelia Jacobson with the throw out at second base. So Valder will be the first hitter. Ashlyn Olson thrown out. Trying to steal. That means Valder will be our first hitter for the next inning. So she did not get a chance to do much there. So move to the top of the 5th. Sioux Valley trying to get some hits against Brinley Moaning. Top 5.
Hey, are these games shorter? You still play 7? Yeah.
Here's a slapper picked up by first baseman. It is Ella Jacobson with the 3 unassisted for out number 1. That'll bring Aubrey Morano to the plate. Strikeout in her first at bat in the second inning. Sioux Valley trying to get something going here. Moaning is shutting him down. It'll be a foul ball, so strike number 1 there. Moaning in control for the Watchdogs. And a good game number 2 here. That bounces to the plate, so just as I brag her up, she bounces one, unless she's smiling at that. That one got away from her. So Morano. We've got a stray softball in the outfield out there. These tournaments like this are a little bit hectic and crazy. Sometimes some kids playing catch outside the fence, they roll in here or hop over the fence, one of the two. Morano now set. Moning's got her pitch, delivers, and that'll be a foul. That'll drop to the turf. Brings up a 1-2 count. Moning's got her pitch, wind up, delivers. Too high. 2-2. Morano now looking for something right in the middle of the zone. Swings through it though. Another strikeout for Moning. Seventh strikeout on the day for Brindley Moning. That'll bring up the top of the order. Cassidy Smith, the left-hander. Cassidy playing first base in the game number 2 here. Got a ground out and a strikeout so far. Showing bunt, and we'll get it down, but it's going to be a foul ball. Just never got out in front of the plate. Moning delivers. There's a big swing. That's going to be a foul ball, though, as that goes over the left field fence in foul territory. 0-2 count now. Moning ahead of another hitter. Already got 7 strikeouts on the evening. That'll be low. 1-2 now. Good eye by Cassidy. One and 2. Slapper that goes over the heads of the Watchdogs into their bench. Stays a 1-2 count. Cassidy Smith, our first baseman for game number 2. Trying to fight Moning off here. 1-2 count. 2 outs. And we'll swing through that. That's another strikeout from Moning. She is collecting those now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts on her evening. Keeping the Sioux Valley hitters to just 3 hits on the game. So that'll move us to the bottom of the 5th. Still a 1-0 match here. The Watchdogs with the lone run. They'll be on the bottom of their order now. 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. You know, officially the Watchdogs only have 4 hits of their own, but they do have the 1 run, so that is the difference. McKinley Schwab certainly throwing that pill on her side. It's only got 1 inning where it was not a 1-2-3 type of deal. And that's what got the 1 run across for the Watchdogs. Softballs. Softball players have a lot of fun out there. A lot of handshakes, a lot of things, a lot of smiling, a lot of dancing, a lot of cheering, chanting, really. So Amelia and McKinley having some fun there. This will bring up Valder. It'll be low and outside. So a 1-0 count to start the bottom of the 5th. Valder, one of the few hits that Beresford has. She scored the only run. Swings through that. A 1-1 count now. Good pitch right there, right in the outside corner. 1-2 now. Valder is the left fielder for the Watchdogs. Tavin, Tavyn, Tavin. Good pitch there, fouled off behind the plate. Stays at 1-2 for a count. Schwab gets her sign. Is it in there? That'll be another foul ball. I think that got a piece of Amelia. She flew past her. She's okay. 1-2 count still. Bottom of the fifth. Schwab fires. There is a pop-up, and that'll go into the bench for Beresford. Just gets over the fence. A couple of those players scattering. Count will stay 1-2. Schwab having a good at-bat from the mound. Fulder trying to stay alive. Good pitch right there. Swings right through it. Another strikeout for Schwab. One down now. That'll bring Lily Seifert, the first baseman for the Watchdogs, to the plate. For Schwab, that's her fourth strikeout tonight. Just outside on the first try there to Seifert. 1-0. Seifert with a pop-up to the catcher in her first at-bat. There's a slapper to right field. That'll drop right in front of Morano. So good single there. Seifert gets to first. Fifth hit of the game for the Watchdogs. And that will bring the pitcher, Brindley Moaning, who's having a great night on the mound so far. Pitchers will face off against each other here. Schwab gets her sign, fires it in there. There's a hot shot right to second. Possible double play. Got it. Yeah, there you go. That's the 4-6-3 double play. What a turn. Cam Eaker picks it up. I wrote it down in 4-6-3 double play. What a pickup by Cam Eaker. Fires it to Lemmy, and then the throw to first to get Moaning. And that ends whatever threat was in the fifth. Another 1-2-3 inning for Schwab. She's got 4 of those now. The third inning allowed 6 batters to go through, and that's where they got their 1 run. Let's put a couple of hits together back-to-back, and the run scores. But Schwab now has 4 strikeouts. That's the first double play that we've had for Sioux Valley, first of the season. Pretty pickup by Cam Eaker. A good throw over to second. Great throw by Lemmy to end the rally. So we head to the top of the 6th. 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Morgan Lemmy, who just had the last part of that double play. Should be our first hitter. Got a ground out and a strikeout so far. That'll be right on the outside corner. Strike 1. Sure if we can hear the cheers. I think you can. I can hear them in my ears, so you should be able to as well. Softball players always screaming. There's a foul ball hitting to the fence line, and that'll drop. So just strike number 2. Morgan Lemmy. Moaning will fire that in there. Another strikeout for Moaning. That's our 10th strikeout. Am I counting that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 strikeouts for Moaning. That'll be low. I'm firing that pill here in the 6th still. The pitchers facing off against each other. This is Schwab at the plate. Schwab goes up 2-0 on her. Hitter's pitch. Moning's got to give you something here. Be a good time to slap it somewhere. Tries. There's a ground ball. Shortstop picked up and fired. Yeah, just in time. So the 6-3 ground out. Out number 2 for the Cossacks. Going to bring Savannah Guthmiller to the plate. Good pickup by Kelly Merrigan, the shortstop of the Watchdogs. And she fires it over first. Good throw. He's just a little bit low to start this bat. 1-0. Hard slap right in the wall behind me. That'll drop to the turf. 1-1 now. I think I just heard Guthy. Hard shot right into the ceiling. That is going to be 1-2 now as another foul ball drops to the turf. Savannah Guthmiller, the designated player. She's had some good at-bats today. One of those at-bats, she had 2 crushes that just hit the ceiling. Had we been outside, she'd have been just fine, but there's a good hard shot right up the middle. That'll drop in there. First hit in a while for the Cossacks. So Guthmiller with a single. Been a couple innings since we had a base hit. So still 2 outs, top of the 6th. Guthmiller's on first. And that'll bring Amelia Jacobson, the catcher, to the plate. Moning still cruising up there. 9 strikeouts in her night. Starts it with a strike there. Guthmiller made it look like she was stealing, but pulled it up. Brinley Moning delivers. I get my head out of the way. Strike 2 into the net with the foul ball. So no 2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Guthmiller on first. Sioux Valley's got to get something going. First base runner in 2 innings. Got to send this somewhere. Too high. 1-2. Slapper right back to the pitcher, and she'll throw it over to first, and that'll be it. So a 1-3 put out ends the top of the 6th for the Cossacks. 1 more hit. They've got 4 hits on the day now. But we move to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 1-0 game for Beresford. Another sponsor we get to thank, Health Source Chiropractic. They were the sponsors of the Health Source halftime show through the basketball season. A fantastic sponsor. They were part of, everything we did at halftime. So, a lot of scores, a lot of recaps of, what the Cossacks were doing, looks around the state. We also had conversations at the state tournament. We talked to the Augustana women's coach for basketball. Just something, he just happened to be sitting to Bill and next to Bill and myself. So Bill just handed him the headphones at halftime, and he was part of the Health Source halftime show for one of the games in Spearfish. A fantastic sponsor, man. Justin and Luke, thank you for being sponsors of Sioux Valley Athletics and these Sauls Media broadcasts. We will do it all again, man. And if you guys want to help out with softball, I'm all for it. This would be someone. Jacobson buzzes the tower on Schwab. Throwing it to second. Softball players, they have fun. So, yeah, plenty of sponsors available for softball. I think I only miss 4 or 5 of the games this season. I have to do this outside of my Bell Brand schedule. But I'll miss 4 or 5 the regular season, and then we'll see what the playoffs bring if we can get that far. You know, I guess I'm thinking too far ahead of myself, but for me, I just have to plan. So this is the top of the order for the Watchdogs. Kelly Merrigan, shortstop for the Watchdogs. Slaps that right up the middle, right through Schwab's legs, and it works itself into center field. Jacobson will pick that up, throw it into second. So we've got Merrigan with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th. I'll bring Ivy Kaiser to the plate. Ivy Kaiser, the catcher for Beresford. Schwab will fire it in a little bit inside. Kaiser's got to get out of the way. 1-0. Merrigan a threat to steal on first. A little bit high on that pitch as well. 2-0 now. Hitters count. Fires that right in over the outside corner. Throw to first. Not in time. Merrigan gets back. 2-1 count now. That is a slap to right field. That'll be caught. So Kaiser sends it to right. Morano got right under it. Out number 1 for the Watchdogs. That'll bring Kennedy Merrigan, the right fielder for the Watchdogs. Kelly Merrigan on first base. Kennedy now at the plate. Swings through the first one. That is an 0-1 count now. Good pitch right past the glove of Schwab. It gets past the shortstop as well. Lemmy put her glove out there, but got past that. So just a great hit. That'll move Kelly Merrigan over to third. Kennedy Merrigan with the single. Now we got runners on the corners. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. This will bring number 20. Suppose I can find that quickly. Number 20 is Reese Olson. Reese is a sophomore. Batting for Harley Koth, the cleanup hitter. Reese Olson. Left-hander. So she replaces Harley Koth, the cleanup hitter. So we have a new cleanup hitter for Beresford. That pitch is outside. Kennedy Merrigan will race down to second base. So now we've got 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Schwab with the strike. 1-1 count now. Schwab delivers. There's a slapper to the left side. It gets through. No backup as that ball goes through the third baseline, and we've got runners kind of all over the place now. They stop at second and third. That is going to bring around Kelly Merrigan. She's going to get run number 2 of the day. But it also advances Kennedy Merrigan to third. And that'll move Reese Olson to second as she advanced on the throw. So still runners at second and third for the Watchdogs. Still one out. And coming to bat for the Watchdogs is number 15, Kate Deegan, their center fielder. Runners at second and third. Schwab gets her sign, wind up, deliver, just inside, and that throw goes over the glove of Axtell at third. Trying to bring the runner back to third base, but it'll be a throwing error. Unfortunately, on Amelia. Reese Olson advances to third, but that scores another run. So Kate Deegan will dig in. 1-0 count. Just a Watchdog on third now. Swings through that. Schwab fires, but just misses high there. Right down the pipe. Good pitch. And that'll strike out Deegan. Okay, I missed out my... I missed a pitch in there somewhere. So just the runner on third. And now we've got Carrie Mullenix coming to the plate. Three 0 now, Beresford. Schwab fires it right on the outside corner. Good pitch. 2 down here in the bottom of the sixth. The Watchdogs have added 2 here. Pitch there too. That's going to be a pop-up just past first base. It'll be Cam Eaker that runs that down, so that'll be an F4 and ends the threat here in the sixth. But the Watchdogs add 2. 2 more hits. They got 6 hits on their day. We'll move to the top of the 7th. Another sponsor we want to thank. Fantastic sponsor. They were great to us through volleyball season, through basketball. And it went over very well with these girls. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, sponsors of the Player of the Game. Player of the Game through the volleyball season, through the basketball seasons. Got a gift certificate for a free smoothie. So thank you to Ann Park being part of this crazy broadcast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, fantastic place right on 6th Street across from the Brookings Aquatic Center. Go down there and get your smoothies. There's a solid shot. That'll be run down by the left fielder. Wow, what a play. She had to run a long ways to go get that. That was Zoe Hemestead with a blast. Run down by the left fielder. Left fielder for the Watchdogs. That is Tevin Boulder. Just a great defensive play. 1 out now here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring Abby Axtell to the plate. Abby swings through strike 1. Long settles in. That is strike 2 right on the kneecaps, inside corner. Morning's having a great pitching day. Gets her sign. Takes a little bit off that, a little bit too high. 1-2, trying to get Axtell to chase it. The slap to the right side. Second baseman couldn't quite get a handle on it. First baseman couldn't quite get a handle on the throw. Should we give her a hit on that? Let's give her a hit. That was a hard shot. Let's do it. Single. Abby Axtell. First hit of the 2025 season. One down here in the top of the 7th. And that'll bring Ella Jacobson, the center fielder, to the plate. Axtell on first. Showing bunt that goes into the netting behind the plate, so a foul will bring up strike 1 for Ella Jacobson. Next game out on the schedule for the Sioux Valley Cossacks Thursday. And looking at the weather, I hope it gets a little bit warmer. What it says, 48 is not enough, but it'll be the first week of April by the time we get out there on Thursday. It'll be a home game. The Nelsons will be throwing out the first pitch. Part of the tragedy that happened in the volleyball season as they lost a daughter. Still a pink teddy bear on the sidelines to commemorate. That is a good pickup by the second baseman. Not a double play, though, as it gets past the first baseman. So a toss out at second. That'll be 4-6 there for out number 2. And Ella Jacobson will reach on a fielder's choice. So 2 outs now, top of the 7th. Sioux Valley down 3-0, so they're down to their final out. This will bring Aubrey Morano to the plate. 2 strikeouts on her day. Running a little high in the first attempt. That is a slapper. It hit the plate, so we're going to call that a foul ball before anyone gets too excited about it. Morano another try here, 1-1. Ella Jacobson on first base, but there is 2 outs here. The Cossacks are down 3-0, down to their final out. Doesn't take much. 3-0's not hard in softball. A couple of back-to-back hits, and you're right in it, possibly taking a lead. It's been tough to do against Morning. She's had complete control. She's down 2-1 to Morano now. Morning gets her sign. Morano waiting. That'll be fouled off the ceiling, and it'll drop to the turf, so another foul ball. But that makes it a 2-2 count. 2-2 to Morano. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Cossacks are down 3-0. This could be it. Need to string some hits together right now. Morning delivers, but it is high and outside. Full count. Full count with 2 outs. Jacobson will be on the move as much as she can be. Morning gets her signal. Fires. And that'll go right past Morano. Another strikeout. And that'll do it. So the Cossacks come down here to the American State Bank Sports Complex on the campus of Dordt University and drop the first 2 contests of the season. This is a 3-0 drop to Beresford. 0-2 on the year to start. And that'll send Sioux Valley home for the day, as they will not get to play in any placement games. So that's going to do it from Dordt University. I want to thank a couple of sponsors once again while I still have you here. Thank you to Nick's Hamburgers, Jimmy John's, the Man Cave Barbershop, our exclusive presenter, Bankstar Financial, for being a huge sponsor and a believer in this. Bell Brands, my employers, who are more than willing to help me out at any moment. CC's Bar and Grill, Health Source Chiropractic, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, GP Auto, Precision Risk Management, and Shorty's Hot Box Food Truck. thank you, everyone, for listening, for following along, for sponsoring this. We're looking for more sponsors for the softball season, so I'll be talking to more people this week. Yeah, let's make you a part of this if we can. But that's going to do it from Dordt University as the Cossacks go 0-2 on their day and are sent home with their 0-2 record. 2 hours home, that's not so bad. It's coming up on 7 o'clock now. So we'll see what happens. But next game up for the Cossacks Thursday. Home opener for the Cossacks as they'll play up at, I think it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Make sure you check your Sioux Valley schedules. If you know someone on the team or have a daughter on the team, check with them. Make sure, if you know the coaches, send them a text. I think it's 4 o'clock, though, start time on Thursday. So that'll be the next broadcast. Thank you for listening. Thanks for following along. Thanks for the sponsorships. And we will wish you a safe drive home. And I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks, Cossacks.